Chemistry is a study about matter or substance. Matter or substance is something that has mass and occupies volume. Matter can be divided into pure substance or mixture. Pure substance we have element and compound. Element can be divided into metal, metalloid, and non-metal. For mixture, it can be a solution or a suspension or colloid. Now we talk about pure substance element. Here we have the example of element which is a metal. The first is iron or ferrum. The symbol is Fe. Then zinc or Seng in Indonesia. The symbol is Zn. Copper or tembaga, Cu. Mercury, Hg, raksa. Aluminium, Al. Sodium, Na, or in Indonesia, natrium. Potassium, K or kalium. And then tin is timah in Indonesia. Sn, lead is timbal in Indonesia. Plumbum, Pb, nickel, Ni, silver, Ag, gold, Au, manganese, Mn, cobalt, Co, phosphor or phosphorus, P, nitrogen, N, oxygen, O, hydrogen, H, sulfur, S, carbon, C, chlorine, Cl, bromine, Br, fluorine, F, iodine, I, selenium, Se, krypton, Kr, xenon, Xe, helium, He. That's this one for non-metal. Here you have the periodic table. The periodic table, and the red one are metals. The yellow metalloid and the blue one non-metal. Here you have the last column is noble gas. Noble gases: neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. For group 7A, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Here. For group 1A, this is group 1A, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Group 2A, you have beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. For group 3A, start from boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Group 4A, carbon, silicon, germanium, stannum, plumbum, and this is actually the number. Nitrogen, phosphor, arsenic, strontium, bismuth, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. This table is a compound example. The first compound is water, H2O, ammonia, NH3, carbon monoxide CO, carbon dioxide CO2, methane CH4, sulfur dioxide SO2, nitrogen monoxide NO, or in English just say nitrogen oxide, NO2, nitrogen dioxide, PCl3, phosphor 3 chloride, and then PCl5 phosphor pentachloride, penta is 5, SiO2 silicon dioxide, H2O2 is hydrogen peroxide. That's for the covalent compound. Covalent compound composed by non-metal, and non-metal. For ionic, metal and non-metal. The metal is the positive ion, the non-metal is the negative ion. NaCl, sodium chloride, KCl, potassium chloride, Al2O3, aluminum oxide, FeO, iron 2 oxide, Fe2O3, iron 3 oxide, Ag2O, silver oxide, Cu is copper, copper 2 sulfate, SO4 is sulfate. For only S, sulfide, copper 2 sulfide, NiCl2 nickel chloride, HgCl2 mercury 2 chloride, zinc sulfate, silver nitrate. For mixture, for solution, the example is clean air, not polluted. Why clean air is a solution? Why clean air is a mixture? Because in clean air we have more than one compound or more than one substance. It can be compound or element. The element in clean air, H2, O2, N2. The compound in clean air, CO2, water vapor H2O, and we have this is element. We have the noble gas Ar, etc. For the colloid, the example is fog or smoke. For suspension, sand and water. That's suspension. Solution is homogeneous. We can see here transparent, no solid in it, composed by solute and solvent. For colloid, it seems to be homogeneous, but actually it is heterogeneous because the particle size between solute, the particle size of the solute in between of solution and suspension hard to separate. In suspension, we can see the component of the mixture clearly, so we can separate easily. And in suspension, they are heterogeneous, since we can see the component that compose the suspension clearly. For suspension, for example, we have a mixture of oil and water. The density of oil is less than 1, for water 1. So water is heavier than oil. So the position of water below, oil upper here. For example, mud suspended in water, that's suspension. Because we can see the component clearly, the solid and the liquid. Here, the difference between compounds and mixture. First, compound is a pure substance containing only one kind of molecule. A compound is a new material with properties different from the elements constituting the component. For example, water. Water composed by hydrogen and oxygen. Water is a liquid, but the component hydrogen and oxygen are gases. It is not possible to separate the elements from their compounds by physical methods. We have to use chemical method or reaction. In a compound, the elements are combined in a definite ratio. For example, here we have the compound FeS. The definite ratio of Fe and S, sulfur in FeS, is 56:32. Or in other words, every 88 grams of iron 2 sulfide, that's the name of the compound, it contains 56 grams of iron and 32 grams of sulfur. This is the appearance of the substance iron 2 sulfide. But for mixture is not a pure substance. It may consist of various kinds of atoms and molecules. A mixture is not a new material. The constituents of a mixture retain their properties. For example, when we have a mixture of sulfur, this one sulfur and iron, then we still have the color gray and yellow, and still has the magnetic properties of iron. So we can separate this mixture of iron and sulfur by using magnetism. Then the iron filling can be attracted by the magnet, but the sulfur does not. How to separate mixture? Can use a manual separation, magnetism, by dissolving, by filtration, by evaporation, by crystallization, or distillation. Here that I have explained in the previous slide. Then here the apparatus for distillation. Distillation is a separation of mixture based on difference in boiling point. For example, when we have a mixture of water and ethanol, C2H5OH, which the boiling point is around 70 degrees Celsius and for water 100 degrees Celsius, then when we heat the mixture here, then what boils first is ethanol because the boiling point is lower. Then from this, the ethanol will turn to be condensed by the condenser. This is the apparatus. Then the vapor will condense, turn to be a liquid. Then we get the ethanol. So right now we separate the ethanol from water. For filtration, based on difference in particle size. So for example here, we filtrate something, then the bigger particle that cannot pass through the filter paper will be trapped in the filter paper as residue. And then we have in the conical flask a filtrate, the solution. So filtration is to separate between solid or bigger particle size and solution or small particle size. For chromatography based on the capillarity of the components in the solvent. Here we have the chromatography paper. We dip in the solvent. We can use several solvent in here, and then we make line here by using pencil at the bottom of the paper, and then drop the mixture in that line, and then after several minutes or second, then the solvent will goes up the paper by dividing the component of the mixture. So the dot here, the purple, the blue, the yellow, that's the component of the mixture that we dot here first. So we can separate based on the capillarity on the solvent we use. Then separating funnel based on the difference in density. Here, different experiment, different substance here. So, two liquid, this is immiscible, cannot mix thoroughly, cannot mix together. So we can separate these two components of liquid by using separating funnel. Then the organic in here will come out first when we open the faucet. For this one, the brown one will come out first when we open the faucet. After the border, then we can close the faucet. So we separate these two liquids. You can answer page 32 until 31 until 32, number 5 and until number 10.